Good morning, everyone. Welcome to the May 9th, 2024 meeting of the Alabama State Board of Education. Will now come to order. Brother Frank Bowling, pastor of Eastmont Baptist Church located here in Montgomery, will now deliver our invocation. Pastor?
Father and our God, we thank you for your grace, your mercy, the hope we have because we have been made in your image according to your likeness and for your glory. In this season of graduations and celebrations and break, I praise you for this past year's academic progress, development, and growth in both a knowledge of the good and the true and the beautiful for our students. I pray today for this board that you would give them tremendous wisdom as they dutifully carry out their responsibilities. That as they work together to set policies or to make decisions that will enable teachers, administrators, other support staff to lead the students of the state of Alabama in the pursuit of academic education, but also in life readiness. I pray that this board would walk in agreement and in unity to accomplish that which you have called them to do. They are instruments in your hand, and you have divinely appointed this day and these men and women to lead. And so grant them wisdom, grant them hope, grace, and peace as they execute their responsibilities today. God, we thank you for the gift of life, for the gift of joy. And we pray that these proceedings would actually honor Christ as we celebrate and do that which is good for human flourishing in the state of Alabama and to the ends of the earth. So, Father, I thank you for your mercy toward us today. In Jesus' name, amen.
Amen. Pastor, thank you so much for your prayer today. I invite you all to stand for the Pledge of Allegiance. Attention, salute, pledge.
I pledge allegiance to the flag of the United States of America and to the republic for which it stands, one nation, under God, indivisible, with liberty and justice for all.
Thank you so much, and let me just take a moment and welcome our guests today. We're so honored to have you join us, and truly grateful for the work that you do in your classrooms each day. Mrs. Thorington, will you please call the roll?
Mrs. Bell,
Present.
Dr. Chestnut,
Present.
Governor Ivey, Mrs. Manning, Mrs. McRae, Dr. Reynolds, Dr. Richardson,
Present.
Mrs. West,
Here?
Mrs. Siegel.
Here.
We have a quorum.
Thank you, ma'am. We'll now consider a motion to approve the agenda for the May 9th, 2024 meeting of the Alabama State Board of Education. Is there a motion to approve?
So moved. Second.
Moved and seconded. All in favor, please raise your right hand. Any opposed by like sign?
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. We'll now consider a motion to approve the minutes for the April 11th, 2024 meeting.
So moved. Second.
It's been moved and seconded. All in favor, please raise your right hand. Any opposed, like sign?
Unanimous vote.
Thank you so much. Item F, Mrs. Thornton, has anyone signed up to speak today?
No, ma'am, there are no public speakers.
All right, thank you. Under unfinished business, is there any unfinished business?
There's no unfinished business.
Thank you. We'll now consider a resolution commending the 2024-25 Alabama Teacher of the Year and Elementary Teacher of the Year, Deborah Stringfellow, at Airport Road Intermediate School in the Elmore County School System located in State Board District 3. And let me just say, as Ms. Bell and Dr. Mackey make their way to the microphone, and Ms. Stringfellow, please come forward. We're so honored to have you with us today. And I'd like to say on behalf of Governor Kay Ivey, our board chair, that she certainly congratulates you and sorry she can't be here with you today. Ms. Bell.
Yes. Would you join me at the lectern, please? Thank you so much. Deborah, and I'm going to give these back to you. Resolution commending the 2024-2025, so a whole year, Alabama Teacher of the Year and Elementary Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Deborah Stringfellow, Airport Road Intermediate School, Elmore County School System. Whereas highly accomplished Alabama educator Deborah Stringfellow is an excellent example of educational leadership, mentorship, and classroom innovation. And whereas as an accomplished educator in the Elmore County School System, Deborah Stringfellow inspires students and families in her community to achieve. And whereas Alabama Teacher of the Year Deborah Stringfellow is a 4th grade teacher at Airport Road Intermediate School. And whereas she is also a first-generation high school and college graduate who has worked hard to achieve in her professional and service endeavors. And whereas Alabama Teacher of the Year Deborah Stringfellow believed education is a lifelong journey and has embarked every opportunity to teach and assisted her parents in earning their GEDs and achieve their personal educational goals. And whereas Alabama Teacher of the Year Deborah Stringfellow, during her exceptional career, was the first person in her local school system to complete national board certification. And whereas her focus remains on developing more meaningful and authentic classroom approaches to help every student reach their full potential. And whereas Alabama Teacher of the Year Deborah Stringfellow earned a Bachelor of Elementary Education and Master of Science in Special Education from Troy University, an Administration Specialist degree from Lincoln Memorial University. And whereas she uses a variety of strategies to elevate student learning and masterfully coordinate classroom learning and engagement. And whereas she believes it is essential to provide all students with real-world experiences to help them connect their learning to the world around them. And whereas Alabama Teacher of the Year Deborah Stringfellow believes all members of the education community, school personnel, classroom teachers, and parents have an important responsibility to reinforce the importance of education to younger learners. And whereas Alabama Teacher of the Year Deborah Stringfellow encourages her students to personally understand academic excellence requires personal perseverance. And whereas Alabama Teacher of the Year Deborah Stringfellow is a wonderful example for all educators statewide, I'll add nationwide. Now therefore be it resolved that the Alabama State Board of Education congratulates Deborah Stringfellow for her selection as the 2024-2025 Elementary Teacher of the Year and Alabama Teacher of the Year, and expresses gratitude for her dedication to achieving excellence in education. Done this day, 9th day of May 2024. My colleagues, I am honored to make a motion to approve this resolution from all of us.
Thank you, Ms. Bell. Do we have a second?
Second.
Thank you. Please approve by raised hand. Any opposed, like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you so much, and congratulations, Ms. Stringfellow.
Good morning, and thank you for just listening to me for a minute to be able to thank the people in the room. As a teacher in the great state of Alabama, we shape the future each day by inspiring children to dream big and work hard. As Eleanor Roosevelt said, the future belongs to those that believe in the beauty of dreams. The future of our great state is in the hands of our children. I'm honored to be in the same room with so many distinguished leaders and teachers. As Alabama's Teacher of the Year, I stand here today to represent the 48,000 teachers who right now are hard at work in the classroom. I'm here today because of the wonderful teachers who taught me and poured into me. I want you to know that Alabama's classrooms are filled with teachers just like me who insist on nothing but the best for their students. I want to thank you to all the supportive leaders along the way, my school leaders, Elmore County for believing in someone who's been around a long time that could still cut the mustard with them. And I want to thank my mentors, my teachers, my friends, and my family. All of those have contributed to the richness of my teaching experiences for almost 40 years. Likewise, thank you to each of you in this room today, because all of you are champions of teachers, and that's what's important for our state. You work tirelessly to support the families in Alabama. Today we are gifted with just another opportunity to highlight and showcase the dynamic and passionate teachers of the state of Alabama. For many like me, our classroom is our mission field. We are blessed to be given the gift of teaching and the opportunity to answer the calling. In closing, remember this quote. I've used it many times. I don't feel that it's my job to shape the road ahead for my students, but to shape my students for the road ahead. And thank you again for this wonderful opportunity and to represent the teaching profession. And with that said, on behalf of Elmore County, I would like to present you with a special pin that represents our county. And now we're no longer a hidden secret, a little gem at Airport Road Intermediate School. Thank you. Thank you so much. Thank you.
We're going to get one picture with her, and then we want all the Elmore County folks up here for a picture too. So, Mr. Dennis, I don't know who all even you have with you. I think you've spread the fan club out.
We did have a group of teachers that were in the parking lot last night that, when it was announced, they crashed into the building and took the stage.
Thank you.
Yes, ma'am.
I'll move forward. We will now consider a resolution commending the 2024-25 alternate state teacher of the year and secondary teacher of the year, Kira Ledbetter Aaron at Vestavia Hills High School in Vestavia Hills City School System, located in State School Board District 3. Is Kira here?
For 2 years. We actually are 4 for 2, because we have been honored in District 3 to have not only the Alabama Teacher of the Year, but the alternate Teacher of the Year, which is, of course, a very busy job as well, and a huge honor. And if you'll join me up here, too, at the lectern, and I'll just read all about you. A resolution commending the 2024-25, a whole year, alternate State Teacher of the Year and Secondary Teacher of the Year, Mrs. Kira Ledbetter Aaron. Vestavia Hills High School Freshman Campus, Vestavia Hills City School System. Whereas Vestavia Hills High School Freshman Campus Teacher, Kira Ledbetter Aaron. Many will know her dad. And if you were there last night, it was exciting to hear all about the history and the influence. Whereas a graduate of Dadeville High School, alternate State Teacher of the Year, Kira Ledbetter Aaron, earned a secondary English language arts degree from Auburn University, a Master of Science from Troy University, and an education specialist degree in leadership from the University of Alabama. And whereas alternate state teacher of the year, Kira Ledbetter Aaron, works every day to promote student-focused learning and enrichment. And whereas as an accomplished educator in the Vestavia Hills City School System, Kira Ledbetter Aaron inspires students and families in her community to achieve. And whereas as a
We'll now consider a resolution commending the 2024-25 District Teachers of the Year.
I'll make the motion.
I make a motion,
We have a motion.
District 3. Oh, I'm sorry.
I second.
Okay, I'll
We have a
second it.
motion and a second. All approved by showing raised hand. Any opposed by like sign?
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. Do we have any of those folks with us today, Dr. Mackey? Please stand and be recognized.
We have several of our district winners with us today. And Madam Chair, if I may, we'd like
Yes.
for them to stay. I know last night, the best laid plans sometimes don't work, so we're going to lay better plans next year. But at the end, there was so much chaos. Not all of you got to get a picture with your board members, so we want to get a picture all together with all the district teachers who are here, and then we want to get individuals with your board members too before you leave. So if you'll just stay quickly after the meeting, we'll just meet down front and do that. And also, Madam President, we do have some members of the selection committee with us, if you would like. I know Marita Fikes back there. I'm not sure how many people who served on the District Teacher of the Year selection committee, but some of them are also with us today. Thank you for their service.
Absolutely. Thank you, Dr. Mackey. We'll now consider a resolution honoring Hoover High School in the Hoover City School System State Board District 3 as the 2024 nominee for the Alabama Green Ribbon Schools Award. Ms. Bell, did you want to present that resolution?
I'd be honored to. And we've had a number of winners in District 3, and how many times have y'all been, this is your first?
This is the first time Hoover High School.
That's what I thought.
Yeah,
So that's
A
fantastic.
couple of times elementary schools have it.
Right, but I thought this was the first time for Hoover High, that's great. Honoring Hoover High School, Hoover City School System as the 2024 nominee for the Alabama Green Ribbon Schools Award, whereas the Alabama State Board of Education recognizes the importance of saving energy, reducing costs, creating environmentally sustainable learning spaces, protecting health, and fostering wellness for Alabama students and educators. And whereas the United States Department of Education annually recognizes those schools in the nation that are striving to achieve an energy-efficient and healthy school environment with the Green Ribbon School Award. And whereas Hoover High School, located in the Hoover City School System, is awarded the Alabama Green Ribbon School Award by the Alabama State Department of Education and the Alabama Commission on Higher Education for its commitment to improving its overall environmental impact, energy efficiency, and environmental education efforts. And whereas Hoover High School has a deep connection to the roots of sustainability and outdoor education, and whereas this school works to develop innovation in all areas and continues to maintain a keen focus on creating a safe and sustainable learning environment for all students. And whereas Hoover High School, which is a very large school, been there many times, now serves a student body of 2,900 young people who speak more than 14 different home languages and who are taught by an exceptional school staff that works hard to bring out top academic achievement from every student. And whereas Hoover High School has promoted real environmental sustainability by reducing and eliminating greenhouse gas, GHG, emissions from idling school buses and cars on campus, promoted the use of alternative transportation within the local community, and improved water quality by actively working to protect the overall quality of the Cahaba River. And whereas Hoover High School was the recipient of 4 Southeast Regional First Place Awards and scholarships for student-led projects involving staff members and students to address biodiversity pollution and human health issues. And whereas Hoover High School has lowered environmental impacts by maintaining the water quality of the nearby Cahaba River, creating environmental buffer zones and utilizing the best management practices required by the Safe Drinking Water Act. And whereas Hoover High School's STEM team and BioBucks Green Initiatives Club have also expanded the school's certified outdoor classroom sensory and vegetable garden to include exceptional learning through a Life Skills Academy curriculum. And whereas a current student project at the school involves studying different air and water quality parameters in different key sections of the local community. And whereas, that would be interesting to know the results. And whereas last school year, Special Girl Scout and Eagle Scout projects helped revitalize major trailheads along the local river, added swings, ADA tables, and a small pond to the Hoover High School outdoor classroom. And whereas these listed efforts thoroughly show the genuine environmental commitment that exists at Hoover High School, now therefore be it resolved that the Alabama State Board of Education does hereby commend Hoover High School, located in the Hoover City School System, for its commitment to environmental education, and does hereby express its sincere congratulations, done this 9th day of May 2024. I make a motion for approval. I'm honored to do so.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All who approve show by raised hand. Any opposed by like sign?
Unanimous vote.
Thank you so much and congratulations,
Yes.
Hoover High School.
I would just like to thank everybody in the State Department for supporting us and helping shepherd us through that. I also want to mention I have a student that actually helped me write this proposal and worked on it for 2 or 3 years, and that's an amazing thing. A lot of times this is mostly done by adults, and so I have to acknowledge her and all the other kids. And of course, we can't do it without our fabulous support at all levels at Hoover High School to be innovative and to be consistently teaching students about where they live, how they live, and being curious. That's the most important thing, being curious. Thank you very much. Yeah.
Thank you for being with us. Item E, we will now consider a resolution recognizing Alabama's Grow Our Own initiative and Future Teachers of Alabama organization. Do I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
So move.
It's been moved and seconded. Dr. Mackey, could I call on you to please just briefly tell us about Grow Our Own Initiative and Future Teachers of Alabama organization?
Yes, ma'am, Madam Chair. Thank you for the opportunity to do that because we have some students with us today. So the Grow Your Own is a project that we do in cooperation with the Alabama Education Association. We've got a couple of folks here. The president of the Alabama Education Association, Dr. Susan Brown's with us today, and Dr. Pamela Fossett. They work with us to make sure that we have these programs in schools. The legislature also gives us some funding, up to $1,000 per program, to help the students with travel, to help pay a teacher sponsor. But basically, we set up a club, an organization in each school that promotes the teaching profession. And they get to do practice teaching. In many cases, they do some teaching with a teacher, obviously, in other grades. Sometimes they even move them to other schools so they get other experiences. And just to tell you, I don't have a lot of details yet, but we are talking about even more expansion, a more robust program in the next year or two. Dr. Laura Bailey leads this work for us and her team here at the State Department of Education. She's over there. Dr. Bailey, if you'll wave. And some of your team members are with you too. That helps make sure this happens. But we do have some students. So if I could ask the folks from Coleman High School, they were the state winners in the video lesson plan. And our students are Anna Hill and Maddie Doyle. Anna and Matt, if you'd stand, and their advisor, Ben Heatherly, is with us. Their administrator, Allison Tuggle, their CTE director, Lindsay Brannon, and their superintendent, Kyle Colliff, all came today. And we also have some from Autauga County. So the notebook and display state winners from Autauga County Technology Center. So if I could ask student Mallory Ezel, she's right back here, I think. Yeah, Mallory Ezel to stand, and also she has with her her advisor Connie Radar and her CTE director Brock Dunn. So thank you for being here today. And may I say to my folks from Coleman and Autauga County the same thing. I know they want some pictures, so please don't leave as quickly as with a meeting adjourns, but come down front and let us get some pictures with our board members. Thank you. Thanks for being here today.
All right, I believe
We have a motion and a second.
Oh, perfect. All in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed, like sign?
Unanimous vote.
Thank you so much. We will now consider a resolution to approve the educator preparation programs at Alabama A&M University. Do I have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion to approve the program at Alabama A&M.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Please show by raised hand. Any opposed, like sign?
Unanimous vote.
Thank you so much. We'll now consider a resolution to approve the education preparation programs, University of Alabama in Huntsville. Do I have a motion to adopt?
I make a motion to approve the program at University of Alabama in Huntsville.
Second.
We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please raise your hand. Any opposed, like sign?
Unanimous vote.
Thank you so much. We'll now consider a resolution to appoint the 2024-2025 State Textbook Committee for Science Grades K through 12. Do I have a motion to adopt the resolution?
So moved. Second.
We have a motion and a second. Any discussion? All in favor, please show by raised hand. Any opposed by like sign?
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. Item I, we will now consider a resolution to appoint the 2024-2025 State Textbook Committee for Career and Technical Education Clusters, the Arts, Audiovisual Technology and Communications, Health Science, and Human Services.
I so move.
We have a motion
Second.
and a second. All in favor, please show by raised hand.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. Item J, we will now consider a motion to adopt a new Alabama Administrative Code rule 290-3-3-.61 pertaining to literacy coursework, science of reading. Do I have a motion to adopt?
So move. Second.
A motion and a second. Dr. Mackey, can you clarify what action we're taking today?
Yes, ma'am. Thank you for the opportunity. So this is literacy coursework not for our K-12 schools. This is for our institutions of higher education that are preparing teachers of reading. It will apply to, these standards apply to elementary teachers, collaborative special education teachers, and then it could be applied to some other areas also because we have some reading areas, but mostly they are focused again on early childhood and elementary teachers. These have been on the table for a number of months. Most people who follow the board's work know that these were proposed at a work session, I think in February. They were voted on by the board in March. We did receive some public comments between the work session and the initial announcement of intent to adopt, and we took those comments. You remember we had comments from Excel and Ed. All of their comments we agreed with, and so those were incorporated in the version you originally voted on. We've had no additional comments from the public, and so what you see today is what you voted the intent to approve 2 months ago. I do remind everybody that the last paragraph, this outlaws the 3-queuing system or the MSV system, which is essentially another word for 3-queuing in all of Alabama's institutions of higher education and throughout our K-12 schools in the state.
Any other discussion?
I have a question.
Yes.
Dr. Mackey, in the legislative session, that was part of the discussion. What ultimately happened with that? I kept up with it, but I...
Yes, ma'am. Good question. I'm not certain if that bill passed. So there is a bill by Representative Hulsey that was moving through the legislative process that would also, it did several things, but one of the things it did was also to outlaw the 3-queuing system, but it had some different caveats in it. It had some carve-outs that are not in the code, our code section, and I'll be honest with you, I'm not sure. I think as of yesterday it had not passed, and of course they're meeting again today.
Any other discussion? We have a motion and a second. All in favor show by raised hand. Any opposed, like sign.
Unanimous vote.
Thank you so much. Item K, we will now consider a motion to repeal the old and adopt the new Alabama Administrative Code Rule 290-4-3-.01 pertaining to professional learning. Do I have a motion to
I
adopt?
make that motion.
Do I have a second?
Second.
We have a motion and a second. Dr. Mackey, can you explain the action we're taking?
Yes, ma'am. Again, this has, we've had no outside comments since these were laying on the table a couple of months ago. The issue here is updating our professional learning standards. So this came about really, and the next code item I'll address also, these two came because of the change in the law about principal professional development and principal bonuses basically paid by the legislature that would be tied to that professional development. So we looked at our standards. Standards had not been updated in more than a decade, and there were some wording in there that wasn't clear that needed to be updated. So they're not big changes, but essentially we've updated, modernized the standards for not just principals, but this is for all professional learning. The next one is specific just to principals. I think they are much more clear. There was some language in the last set that had been essentially just captured from some national organizations that we had some concerns with, and so that language was stricken, and it's a much more clear and concise version that makes it obvious what we're trying to do in teacher and principal development.
Thank you, Dr. Mackey. We have a motion and a second. All in favor, please show by raised hand. Any opposed by like sign?
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. We will now consider a motion to adopt the new Alabama Administrative Code Rule 290-4-3-.04 pertaining to Alabama standards for local school leadership.
I make that motion.
Second.
Motion and a second. Dr. Mackey?
Yes, ma'am, thanks. So once again, this one applies only to school leadership. These are new school leadership standards. These are the standards that the principal professional learning plans will have to be based on in order for them to earn the $10,000 bonus, and for assistant principals up to a $5,000 bonus. So again, that's a lot of money for principals. I'm glad that principals are having the opportunity to learn this, to earn this, but we want to make sure that as they're going through the required professional development, the law requires that they do an additional 5 days of professional development beyond what they had done. We want to make sure that's related to work that really is about improving student achievement. And as just an example, if I can, I'm going to read one new thing that was added, and this is pretty comprehensive. This is just one statement in a long document. Principals to be prepared in professional development to recruit, hire, place, induct, develop, and retain diverse and effective staff with the goal of ensuring that students from all backgrounds have access to effective educators. That's a big challenge for principals, and so now what we will do is build coursework, because they have to do coursework. We'll build coursework to help them do that work, be based on the standards that you're adopting today.
Thank you, Dr. Mackey. We have a motion and a second. All show approval by raising your right hand. Any opposed?
Unanimous vote.
Thank you. Dr. Mackey, item H, do you have any public or legal information to share?
There is none this month.
Do you have an executive report?
I do have one, and it is very brief. It is just simply to say to this board and to the folks in the room, a big thank you. It is Teacher Appreciation Week, and so it is especially appropriate that today we have honored our district teachers of the year and our alternate and teacher of the year, who stand for, as she's already elegantly said, 48,000 other people who come to the classroom every day and do this work in our schools. And then to have our students, who I hope all become teachers and recruit other people to become teachers with them, because it is about that continuum of making sure that we're preparing the next generation to prepare the next generation who comes behind us. And so I cannot think of a better way to honor our teachers than what you have done this morning. And board, I thank you very much for your leadership and your commitment to making sure that every child gets a high-quality teacher. And we're constantly working on that, because we know we have some places where we still have shortages. It's still a challenge that local school boards and superintendents face, but the commitment is that we are going to get better and better and better at that by making these kinds of investments. Thank you for the time.
Thank you. The next meeting of the Alabama State Board of Education will be held on Thursday, June 13th, 2024 at 10 a.m. in the Gordon Persons Building Auditorium. Is there a motion to adjourn?
So moved.
Second.
Moved and seconded. All show by sign of approval. Any opposed?
Unanimous vote.
We are adjourned.